Welcome to Kabwe Vichitike. Remember, pressure a life, ukwabula pressure te life. And on today's interaction, I am your host, Mulenga Bwalya Caleb. Politics affect our way of living and our way of life on a daily basis. And on today's conversation, I'm joined by the city mayor. We are streaming in the heart of Central Province, Kabwe District, the city of salvation. Welcome to today's interaction.
Thank you very much, Caleb, and I think I'm welcome to this interview. Thank you very much.
Sure, thank you. So on today's interaction, we want to just discuss your journey as the mayor of the City of Salvation. And I want to start this conversation on a bright note. Let me just have you dive us into the nitty-gritties of why you decided to declare Kabwe as a City of Salvation.
Fantastic. First of all, to say that Chishala-Patrick is my name, mayor of Kabwe. We'll get there, I think, when you get there. About where we declared Kabwe a city of salvation, you agree with me that Kunu Moku Caleb Kabwe baleketa at a ghost town. Bambi baisa keta yo ini city nga wafika palia pa kusundira palia. Sunda Station. So I think over time, when I was, elected as mayor, one of the things I needed to do was to erase that from the minds of the people. The issue of the Sunda and, of course, the ghost. Because I want to believe that all of us who are in Kabwe are living things. So as human beings who also believe in Christ, I thought it was necessary that we declare this city a city of salvation. So on about August 16th, after elections, I declared, when I was declared winner, that again, we are also declaring Kabwe now a city of salvation. So this is where the journey of salvation began from. So from there now, it started a bit by bit, but it went burning like a bushfire. This time, wherever you go, not only in the district and not only in the province, but across the country. And now it is going outside Zambia. Whoever comes here, comes to pay a Ketesco, they are informed and reminded that Kabwe is a city of salvation. Thank God. Even yourself, as you started the interview, you declared and agreed that Kabwe is a city of salvation. So I'm grateful that now this one can be mentioned by everyone else in the district.
Indeed. So to kickstart this conversation, we just want to draw motivation from you. Sure. And I'm speaking precisely on the issue of your transition. We saw you being district commissioner. Sure. And now being running for the mayoral position. Sure. So we just want to get motivation. What really motivated you to run for the mayoral position, and what has been your most rewarding experience in your role so far?
Fantastic. Caleb, maybe some bit background information. This person you are seeing, Patrick, and the mayor, they are actually two different people.
Right.
Yes. Patrick Chishala as one person, and mayor, I think, as another, who is now the father of the district. My journey started way back. I think I can say that naambirefe kwati kubwa eche.
Okay.
Yeah, nalebu monana bu mayor kubwa eche nga tuwamukubuta. I don't know this time around if you go out there with your peers, or that time naba ichaba no ngabala ya mukubuta, where pakubuta you identify a mother, you identify a father, children and so on and so forth. Nembwa na shena kwa lebo kusala tiwo wala bembwa ngatwala la you wakula bosa iwe. Yeah, so indeed that started that's where the journey started from. I remember at some point, when twaya yamukubuta erwa banandi baisala ndata iwe ba meya mwala baba wishi babonse muno. In fact, you be the headman. Turefu atukwate paliaka mushi na paliaka mushi, but mwala baba headman. Mwala baba mwine mushi. And I said, mwine mushi nomba nishi, mwine mushi nomba kuda tuwale ikala kuzimba. Kwa li situation ya kwe bati, around the township, we had villages. And so, in those villages, it's just normal that there is a headman. Right. And so we had to tap that theory from the general arrangement and brought it in the scenario iyakubuta, where now abanandi babasala yo wala bawishi wala banyina bambi babasala yo walaba enkoko yo walaba mukolo wakulalilanga bwacha iwe kafwaye ni mpoto imona imwe mwalaba omushi but iwe walaba headman wakula twikalikanga mwine mushi nga twaya mukulunga twaya mukuchema ng'ombe twabwela watwikalika panshi nga mwine mushi okuchita find out mumushi nga muliko problem millions and that scenario continued and at that point even when I went to secondary school, in primary school, of course, I was head boy. At about a tender age, in grade 5, maybe I think you all have a head boy. It went on. When I went to secondary school, at the time I was in grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, instead of, when they elect prefects in about grade 11, I was picked on in grade 10. First term as a prefect. Went ahead when they sieved, again I went through until I became a head boy. I went to college, that arrangement continued. I believe the Lord, God, started preparing this mayor way back when he was a child. So born in a family of about 5 boys and about 3 female. One, of course, passed on. We have 2 ladies now. Okay. Yes, in the firstborn, life was not all that good because at some point, even before I started work, within the period when I was completing school, I lost my father. My father died, and 2 years later, also my mom died. And when that happened, kale kulya kunuma kwali bokwebatinga tambuni bwino abafyashi bamisha fyafirya nishina yakosa. So life mwachi wandi yali sakosa. Yeah, kwisakosa ubisa. Yabanenda tu ubisana. Efe yali yakosa Caleb life. I remember at some point munganda muri atwale bombantu bamayona batata na bena bale bomba mukanso. Yeah, at that point baisa tufumyana munganda ya kanso. Twafaya nakaya ndaka one room kamo emotwale ikala bonds. And I remember at that point if yakwebati tapali po mwinge katoku mokuboko abayiche bandi nalebe bafyama boys that guys ni lunch time hapa kila muntu iwe alikuwa to munobe iwe walaya kumunobe lunch na iwe walaja kumunobe lunch na iwe walaja kumunobe na ino ine lunch be kuna alaja lunch so ishita yakulyanga ya Afrika kwale bokuishiba kila muntu we kwale ya mkulya later on muchungulo ero mwaisa kumana maybe ni ntamanga filia because that time kwaliko utuntemba later on napanga kwa kantemba na isa panga kuna shop kuchibombo kunomba tware itati tutors ya moto shop. It became a big shop. When I go to Chibombo, I'm known by that name, Tutors ya moto, because of the name of the shop. It is here where you call me by Mayor, by Chala, or by DC. But that side, they call me Tutors ya moto. If you go to Chibombo, you'll be able to get those names there. But umabela lesa, even after ukuchula kwa ifinaisa monanjewele, I think life yesu ya la kosa. That's how I decided that I go for teaching. Of course, I tried to be a police officer, but I think when I went there, then I was quite huge, very fat. So the police said, "Apa 12 rounds." Na ingisha muna ine penso 12 rounds nshakwanshi, but naisa butuka ko 2 rounds. Aya number 3 wakalamba naisa firwa. So I said, maybe this is not for me. Yeah, and then I went to Malcolm Moffat. Did my, primary school teaching. Later on, proceeded to Chalimbana, did my secondary school teaching, where I specialized in languages and physical education. So from there now, I was sent back to Chibombo, and so that I can look after my children, rather my siblings. I still call them my children because I felt that at that time when my 2 parents passed on, I assumed I became a parent. Yeah, and abana baliaba icheba, they still continue to call me mwine mushinangu headman. Nga wafika bushe mwine mushi opwali hapa. Those were my brothers and sisters, but they still called me that with that name. Then to cut the long story short, I was also involved in union labor matters, unionism. So as a teacher, I started speaking for my friends. I became a unionist. In Chibombo, I became district chairperson for Betu's Basic Education Teachers Union of Zambia. Right. Then at that point, I was elected again as provincial secretary here in Kabwe, so in Central Province rather. So I was made to move from Chibombo to Kabwe because the provincial office was in Kabwe, opposite Zambiv, Pamulu Palya, Epali office. And then at that point, I was posted to work at Natuseko primary school. So then Natuseko Basic, from there to Kasanda Malombe Basic School. And I think while it's at Kasanda, I'm just trying to be a bit quick and leaving out few things. While it's at Kasanda, as a teacher, I rose through the ranks and became a senior teacher there. At the point when I received the letter of promotion as deputy head, then I was supposed to travel to the interiors of Serenge as deputy head. And that came as a result of, you teach you, alemoneka kwa teure chitasana inside yama teachers, as a unionist. Okay. So teni tumfumyemo mukabwe, tumtuare kuserenje.
To give him a new challenge.
To give him another a new challenge. So at that point, I think when I was waiting for that letter from the provincial education officer, then the PO was Mr. Ngoma. The same day, I received a call that you have been appointed as the district commissioner for Kabwe. There is a long story also there because there are issues of transforming Kasanda Malombe School to a school that people began to appreciate, not only in Kabwe and Central Province, but across the country. People started coming through. The Minister of Education would come and see how this teacher who is in charge of preventive maintenance had helped to change the school from what it was and to a better school. Then changing the uniform also. The current uniform that Kasanda Malombe is using was designed and arranged by myself through the parents at the time, because I'm the one who was sent to Dubai to go and buy the materials, because at the time in Zambia that material was not there. So I proceeded and did everything else, and I'm proud that certain things that I did are still there, except that the state of Kasanda Malombe at the moment is not as the way I left it. You agree with me, and everyone else in the district who agree with me. But then to say that I think a teacher can be anything, and not anything can be a teacher. So from there, I was appointed district commissioner. Of course, it came as a surprise. Everyone else was like, how? And I really want to thank the president then, Mr. Michael Sata, who appointed me as district commissioner, especially that today, on the 28th, this is when we are commemorating the Michael Sata 10th anniversary. Wow. I'm sure you agree with me that it is today. Exactly. Yeah, and I think with me, every time we are talking about Michael Sata, it makes me get excited, very delighted, so thrilled, because he's part of what we are right now. And at that time, when I was district commissioner, I remembered when people used to call me Mwinemushi, because now it became a reality. At that time now, okay, epo napita pa Mwinemushi. Epo mwapita na ibusha lila when I was 6 years old, 5 years old, 7 years old, when we will be out there playing in the bush, na tupango tumayanda tuwa mabula, na tufuala na ma, na tubira no tusote tuwa soje tuwa kubofya amabula. Yes, and then na vampangira na kayanda kakwa headman. So I remembered, I said, oh my God. So there is power in the tongue. From there, I think the journey started. And before 2016, I resigned as district commissioner. The only district commissioner, even up to this time in Zambia, was ever resigned. Not chucked out of office or disappointed. But I think at the time I resolved that I need to join politics, because I think the people around the district and across the nation, whatever they saw, they started telling me, I think DC, you can do better as a politician. And I said, maybe. I started seeing that as well, until I think I had to get a piece of paper and a pen and fired myself. as district commissioner. So I wrote a letter to the president and indicated to the president, Mr. President, I've decided to resign. The newspapers are there. I remember going in this direction, you find Times of Zambia, Daily Mail, that time the Post, and all of them, the first headline, first page was Chishala-Patrick, District Commissioner Kabwe resigns to pursue politics. Up to that time, from that time to now, I've never heard anyone resigning so that he can or she can join politics at that time. So from there, I joined politics, tussled it a bit with the tutors of this world, may his soul rest in peace. A gentleman, somebody I think I learned politics from, that time with the James Kapyangas of this world, may his soul rest in peace, and many other politicians, as they say, time is the best equalizer. Right. Came 2021, and Caleb is mayor of Kabwe. So Mwinemushi continued. So this is where I am now as mayor of Kabwe, not by my own power, but by the power of the Lord Jesus Christ who dwells in the Most High. So we are here in Kabwe now to move the agenda of the Lord. Yeah, politics must change. I need to begin looking at politics, and everyone must look at politics not as something that should make you get rich, but I think something that will help you save the people, because you are a servant of the people. And you should always remember that you are there now as a mayor. Tomorrow you will not be there. There will be someone else as a mayor. So nothing in the world is permanent. Things change. And I think the most important thing is simplicity. Right. Simplicity. Being simple. And if there is something that is that is very difficult in life, is being simple. To be simple before people. It is very difficult when you've got the resources and everything else, because people find it very difficult to balance up life. Yeah, you know, this job requires that when children come, you reduce yourself
to children.
To children like a child. Ngabale buta join them. Ngabale tota clap with them. When the young ones, the youth come, you fit in. And when elders come, you fit in. When you meet the educated, you fit in. And when you meet people who are averaged in life, you as well fit in. That is being simple. I don't want to beat my own drum, but the people will judge as to whether Patrick is simple or not.
Great.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think you have a good story to tell, and we should do a book of an unsung hero beyond this conversation.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I just want you to bring you a little bit back, Ukfumokoko to Achambira, and you mentioned to say way back the city was called a ghost town, Sunda Station, and whatnot. Now let's go back to the daily activities that people are doing in different communities, and part of the things that they are doing is businesses. We have local businesses, people that are coming into town to do business, and also considering the fact to say that economic growth can be a backbone for a stabilized community. So now, how does your office expand economic development in the district by empowering these local businesses?
Thank you very much. I think being at a local authority and as head of the local authority here in Kabwe, at Kabwe Municipal Council, we play a major role in making sure that the business is made simple to be conducted in the district. And I think one way we do that is to also fit in the thinking of these businessmen. I need to know what this businessman is thinking about at such a time, a moment like this one, when things are very difficult. How am I going to think about this businessman so that whatever this businessman is going to decide to do, it will translate to economic growth. It will translate to development. It will translate from getting from one level to another level by making sure that we make their business simple. Okay? If the rates are high, I think my job as a leader of a leader of the local authority, I must find means and ways of supplementing on making sure that they find it very easy to operate. if, for example, a simple business iya kwa baba shop ilefwa kwa certificate ya operation say 2,000 and if this person hasn't got the 2,000, that person can still pay in bits. I hope you're getting what I'm saying.
Yes.
Here is a trading license. Everything else going at 3,000. And to a Baba man who is facing difficulties because either of the situation, for example, COVID issues, maybe erratic power supplies, and expensive solar panels, and so on and so forth, then I don't make it easy for him. I just say, for you to operate, for us to allow you to operate, this shop of yours must have this certificate costing 3,000 kwacha. And that person hasn't had power for the past 2 days. It means we are not being wise. Okay? The best we can do is, okay, fine, it is 3,000, but then we want to ask you to even pay in bits if you can't pay at once. Okay? Then we also see to it that certain shops, around the shops, you'll find that these other vendors bring in their merchandise, their things, their clothes, or just, a variety of goods. They place them by the doorway.
Right.
They place them by the doorway. Meanwhile, whatever this person in the shop is selling is what is on the corridors outside. And this customer doesn't want to waste time by going to see what is inside, but would rather, first of all, just buy by what he or she has found by the corridor. Ashtafilia. Meanwhile, talelipila anything amarates, ulelipila ni uli mukati. The whole day, bali ama customers abali 10, aba ashitapali uli panse, bachilingo kushita mwisa mukati. And ngatabareshita mukati, taleshitisha talekwata business, month ya Africa, if tulefa amarates alipile. Then we are not helping that person. Why? Because we have not given that person a proper environment for that person to do business. So in the business issues and how we are helping the business community, maybe it is also making sure that those who are supposed to sell or trade in the corridors where there are these business persons, maybe we ask them and tell them to say, okay, go in this direction. That's where you can do your business. We leave space for this person who is paying rates in there. And then nainanga kwatama challenges is free to come to the local authority and engage the local authority. Bane inyapate tinkwani shokulipila this much. I'm asking if I can be given maybe 2, 3, 4 months, spread my payment so that I can pay in bits. I think with me, that is what is important. That way, we will allow people to breathe and come up with better ideas of making sure that, they can do proper business. Others are empowered. Those who are growing in business, we allow them to, apply even for programs such as CDF. CDF is a constituency development fund given by government. And this program wants to empower the youth, wants to empower the women, wants to empower persons living with disabilities, wants to empower the business community. They are free to apply. We are talking of about 30 million kwacha given to a constituency. And in between, you find that from the 30 million kwacha, maybe about half of it is taken and given to people as loans and grants. What an opportunity. But then, if we are not careful, we who are handling such monies or programs, people will not feel the impact. They will not feel it because bakala umfuafye akwali bakwempia sha so na so. You can imagine 2 years, 3 years umfuafye ukweba ti kwali bako nempia sha CDF. And yet te wako atapo opportunity iya kweba ti iwe uchiteko apply. Even when you apply, the procedure, no one has come to you to tell you the procedure. Even as you apply, you find that your application is even not, it's not even looked at. Meanwhile, the money is given to someone who is not even in business. Mwamupatikisha just probably because aliba close na bachala muma politics. Mwamumona fevile, I think you oyo alinga fuireko iwe isakuno sign up, here is your 200,000, iwe isakuna sign up, here is your 150, iwe isakuno twasha Caleb ubomba nama cameras alifo iko nama mic and the studio so that at perform bwino who already has the skill. Okay, we leave you out. We are forgetting that by empowering you, then we are empowering the next person and thereby growing the economy in our district of Kabwe. So as a local authority and as mayor in my capacity, I think my job is to make it very easy for the business community to do their business. That way we'll be able to grow even the GDP of our district.
Right. I think one important aspect that you've mentioned is the aspect of the Constituency Development Fund, because it has come as a game changer for a lot of communities.
Sure.
But however, this conversation has brought about a lot of debates amongst young people, those that are unable to access the CDF. So now my question could be, what accountability mechanisms that have been put in place to ensure to say that there is transparency, accountability in the distribution of CDF?
Fantastic question.
Right.
Ulimwaume sana. Abengi Caleb ngabarenji push up ali questions. They try to dodge the questions. They don't know whether the mayor will be able to respond in a manner that everyone is going to appreciate, or is going to shelve the question, jump and go to another question. But I think I want to be very clear here.
Right.
I think with me, I want to agree first of all that indeed CDF could be a game changer if handled properly. Those things that change life, when handled properly, indeed they change life. Then those things that have the potential to change life, if not handled properly, that's when they bring in confusion.
Right.
Mwasanga fya tukwa fi confusion, and people are not talking about it. We've been talking about CDF from about 2021, 2022, 2023, this is now 2024. Government is giving us the money is coming out. And I've attended several programs where we are going to celebrate the giving out of loans and grants to individuals, those beneficiaries. At the end of the day, Caleb, you find that you give it about 3 months. I move around in the district to go and see what has been done, what has been achieved through such monies. You find that on the ground, there is completely nothing. What is there is confusion. Because that community or club that came up with a cooperative in order to access funds, either they are very close to Mr. Chishala, the mayor, who works at the council, and he knows there is this money. And so when giving out, he will first give to those people who don't even have an idea of business. They will just get the money, share it up, and then tomorrow they hear again, there is another grant. Then they come again. And this is happening. This is happening. This is happening. And if we are going to continue on that trajectory as leaders in Kabwe, then this is a game changer, and yet it's not changing any game. It is bringing what? Confusion.
A game changer, not changing games. Right.
Yeah, it's not bringing any change in the positive, bringing change in the negative. It brings confusion.
Right. So going
forward, I remember in about 2 months ago,
right,
I talked to my town clerk. I want to meet all those who applied for loans and grants.
Right.
Because the bank is telling me that either others have failed to pay back those repayments, recoveries, so that another person can get
the money.
Correct. Bring them in the chamber. Only 1 or 2 groups are on course. The rest had arrears of either 6 months, 5 months, 4 months, and they'll tell you to say, yeah, if we nabe kushabambi nga imwe nishita mulipirira ku banki, nishita mutwalira ma recoveries ku banki. so nombaka ili amalaiti yali kokoya awe ne twalete enkoko so twaipa enkoko pamukumo twabika mu deep freezers 3-4 days amalaiti tamoneka efye enkoko shaita shani shaonaika. Now you begin to think uyu muntu ngali kweteko business idea ngali shisende enkoko eshi before tashira onaika amona tiona bachita announce ati amalaiti yala ba erratic aya fichita fye bachita kuchita grill kulya kuku so that aocha you know, because inkoko isha oche wafye buno na bashikanga shila wapo na more expensive than those which are fresh from the fridge.
Right.
That becomes an excuse. So many similar excuses. And ebambi bakweba nokweba kyawe ifo ba meya twashire amba fino mbokuteka twalisa shita enkoko nomba twashire shita enkoko sha ma village chickens. So nangu mwaisa ifitanga mwaisa mkuchecking apa mushi tamwale shisanga pa nishinashi ya mukulya mumpanga. So nga mwabwela by the time mulefu mapo ero shibwela kuma 18 hours mukunina mufimuti. Okay, tukesa shimona. Ukwisa yako following day kashi tukesa pa 18 hours. Ati hao tashira abwela tashira moneka mwe. Umuntu wamwe alibapeli abo 120,000 kwacha. Those are the excuses. Has that brought change in lives, in people's lives?
No.
No. It has brought what? Confusion. The latest one, niliba tuwele ne mumakoti. There is a club in Wire. Okay, if you allow denshi amataba. Na umfoti kuli chilala. Takuli amataba. Mwaingira muku denshi amataba. Okay, ba oda amataba. The target is to get about 100 bags. Mwaoda yanga masaka to hoteli ya 11. Mwali suminishanya na wanandia kyao tatuwa suminishanya na aba. So ababa shari fwaya, tuwali bashapo, tuwaya chitari kuruti bambi. Aba lechita agree with what we are saying. So now, bari tutwala kukoti. So batu tutwale kukoti, yali amataba. Baisa ya send as exhibit kuisa ku police. Ayali ntweno kane 11 or 12 bags. So, hii period yonse kesi yali ku police nishitabala chita dispose. Amataba yali kuisa ku police nango ku court. Efyo amataba yao na ikana yambola kairu tudoyo twaingiramu. Babwerera face pesa pa zero. When you hear such stories, are they pleasant stories?
No, they are not.
They are not. To some of us, indeed, it breaks my heart. I look forward to a day when I have probably the opportunity, in whatever way, I don't know, Mbabaisa that mwala pela amalon nangwa grants, for everyone to benefit. You discuss with the people, hear them, examine them, then pick out those who are ready, and then without segregation, no kwambokuba ngani muchowa 15 million kwacha. We can cater for all the compounds or townships in the district. Chowa twala pera mo about 500,000. Pole ni twala pera konangwa 300,000. Twachita select. Katondo twala pera 500,000. By the time mulesa mkufika kulia kukalonga ward, nimbinishina mushala na 5 million, 10 million ya itashani ya ingira mo. Na mchita select wino. And everyone benefits. Not every time bantu bali connected na Bachishala. Every time bantu bali connected na Bachishala because Mr. Chishala is mayor. Then we are not going anywhere. It will continue giving us confusion. But I think one day it will be better. It shall be well. It shall be well. Already, I think after such a meeting that we had, I'm beginning to think that after talking to the people, I've seen some bit of progress. People are trying to pay back so that others as well can benefit. So indeed, CDF could be a game changer if correct persons are identified, correct businesses are done, and we avoid these connections between ourselves and the recipients. We just level the ground and allow everyone to benefit. That way, it will be good. Because even the church is eligible to participate. The journalists, you, Caleb, and your friends, Avena Bwalya, you are eligible to benefit.
Right.
This money is yours. The disabled, they are eligible. Those persons living with disabilities, they are eligible to benefit. Now, mwalasangat abama journalists. Besa fe mukulemba news. Balemba no 10 million kwacha disbursed. No kweba touch te apply takuli. Another session, he just writes news. When is that journalist going to benefit? When is that journalist going to write about himself? This money is for everyone. It knows no color. It knows no political party. It knows no person, female or male. Abe ni mwabi, abe ni mwenye, abe ni nani, for as long as you are a resident in Kabwe and you are in a particular constituency, you are eligible, you can benefit. And when monies are brought to these communities, people should benefit. I'm happy to mention this, that the only thing that I think is helping us is the CDF meant for projects. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yes, as local authority, when such monies are put to good use, we identify people who can construct, who can do proper projects, and then you see these projects standing. Several programs of projects have gone ahead in the district, and I'm happy that even as we are speaking today, there is an inspection team that is on the ground inspecting the projects that have been done, or that such projects which are underway to be completed as such, and that is also bringing development to the district. Kabwe is not the same at the moment. It is doing fine because of the CDF projects.
Community engagement, and over the days we have seen you engaging.
Yeah, you might want to community management program. 100 per 100. I remember at the end of the course, somewhere where I went to do management program. Community engagement, right, and communication. I think this is what I know best.
Sure.
I know it so very well, Caleb.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. I'm sure wale mfuako pala pakati ili ashiria kubomba kumanda.
Yes.
It started the first time we went there. Kwali abantu 300. The next time bali 600.
Wow.
The other time 1,000. The other time 1,200. Clearing the bush. After that, twaikala panshi, not giving them maybe mwapela over 10 kwacha na 20 kwacha, but they go there happy, and they are ready to come even the following day, until someone from nowhere awe iite timutwalirire mulepoka permission ku police. I'm sure you heard about that.
Sure.
Mayor, one of the roles of a mayor is to engage the community. You get what icho chalila mwacha wandu papa ni beo.
Right.
Epakanso twalikwata beo so nisha abantu balambo kufuma okula kumayanda. So in short, we are saying up to this time, community engagement issues with Patrick is just P1. I'll go even right now pano twafuma so. Ukuya fe market, I speak to them once, baneti ntupiange mu CBD, they will come along. Why? Because of the approach. As a leader, you need to have a strategy of engaging the community. Remember, Caleb, umuntu wa kulela.
One time.
Na ungufwa.
Right.
Umuntu wa kulela mweche wandi. Umuntu kabaisa abantu amo. Na ngutakupose shale tutafyeka. Mwapole nipo mkwai. Wamuposha. Tonfira ushane muleposha. Nimwego bene mkwai ndepo. Ale pitira fyo mkwai wa munafya alifwa kwa transport kuya kumakululu. Mayo na bese mkwai mulishani ine meya mkwai no muwofyo wena shina mkwata ne yakwendela awe nshikwete yakwendela mwana wanje mwe ba meya 20 kwache. You lose nothing at times. Even going in a crowd, usually the politicians especially as the leaders tulatina okuya mu communities nanguku kumanya abantu. Why do you think we fear? Kwati bana ndombenshi indalama bala ndombe mpia wafierwe ne mpia. Leaders tulatina ukuya mukumanya abantu. But I think that is what I enjoy, because I know they know me. Ngana kwata me ala chitachani ala tupera ngatakweti ala landa, and you know sometimes tabala kulomba nokukulomba wabapera. You think about, but I'm on a kwa pocket yale fumyafye eka ma pocket tamuli. Bala aho ba mia na iwe. Abe niweka bala bana aho na utamwe nene uchitashipwa. Kwa bafumye kuisa ba MP hapa. Na shipwa na bena lorera kumai. And the best thing is when you get paid. You have seen most of the roundabouts in the district.
Right.
I use my personal money.
Wow.
I don't wait for CDF. Tamwaka ngufu epwefi. Either I'll approach a company, speak to them, we combine efforts, or I'll get my own money and, just give or do a project. Why? Because I know that I've got to engage the community. The moment they see that if the mayor is sacrificing his own salary, what about just now, nobody in Eviap, Mahatma Gandhi, walichibone chubumba cha Mahatma Gandhi.
Yes.
Abantu barachimona fe filafini. But ni mutaoni muli abantu nga balefu makopa belt they are going kopa belt from. They look at it, Mahatma Gandhi, kale moneka naka chuchuka naka fe daka penti. The mayor goes round because it takes time, sometimes 2 hours, talafika ku office, goes round the town. Then I see that, oh yeah, apa palefu ayiko kupenti echibumba. In the next 2 weeks, I'll be painting that wall boundary. Wow. Mahatma Gandhi with nice colors. Yeah, nice colors. No kulanda tirela. Ilelanga. Ero ngalanda tirelanga. Ero chaku kalipa. Yole tota. Chilaku kalipa. Because you can do what I've done as well.
Right.
So, in short, I'm saying that community engagement with me is the best. That's my food. I eat community engagement. I walk community engagement. I sleep community engagement. I dress community engagement. And do such based on a period of time. Na chishiwa bakala mbati mulaisa ku interview. So kufuala suit.
Right.
Ngandea mma potholes. Nana fuala work suit. Chile ala njeba mayor.
Sure.
We can go work suit. Why? Because I need to know if your community I don't need to do on the contrary. I'll be failing in my duties.
Right. On the part, I would like to continue conversation with you on the part of community engagement. Sure. Because we also need to go as far as how we are ensuring to say that the voices of these people are heard. But let me bring it closer to your work that you do as the mayor.
Yes.
Part of the work that you do is also sit in the council chamber and ensure to say that you discuss development, how you're going to develop the City of Salvation. And I'm looking at the very fact to say that we have people that are coming from different political parties coming into the chamber. So how do you ensure political harmonization in the chamber to ensure to say that you agree with a concisive decision that will bring development to the people of the City of Salvation?
That's a good question, Caleb. Now we some questions. Right. Already what you are doing is community engagement. Because you want to know what happens. You want to know you want the community to know what is supposed to be done. First and foremost, to appreciate that Lesa apela inchito at the right time. And when he gives you a situation, he's sure that you are going to manage it. God will not give you something that you fail to manage. Right. God doesn't operate like that. And at the time, such as this one, he decided to raise a mayor with different political councillors. Others from PF, others also from UPND. We have two political parties there. UPND on the lower side, and because of the numbers, maybe they're about 14. The PF maybe with about 15. Yeah, in the chamber, because we have 29 wards in the district. So the Patriotic Front maybe with an upper hand. But up to this time, apart from this moment, people have always thought that all of those, either they are coming from one political party.
Exactly.
And that political party is not even known up to now. They are still debating. Ushebonse bafuma ku PF na ngubonse bafuma ku UPND. Bushe mayor wa ku PF na mayor wa ku UPND. Because I've indicated that as mayor, I also pretend on the matters in the chamber as a neutral person. And even here at the local authority, when you are coming, I've given an instruction. When you are getting in the council, don't put on political regalia. We don't want to help you because you are wearing red or because you are wearing green. No. We want to help you because you are a Zambian. You are a citizen of Kabwe. I don't want to help you because you are from UPND or PF. No, mwana. Pepe, mudala. I want to help you ndanda kukugwaya ewo. Igambo, ulimwina Zambia.
Right.
Igambo, you are a Kabwe person. And so, even those in the chamber, the councillors, I'm proud of all my councillors because they have told on that line. We are singing from the same hymn book. And so we are pulling in one direction. And no one will break that. And it takes a leader. Remember simplicity?
Right.
It takes a leader to harmonize the situation and cause what is happening in the chamber. So there is no problem whatsoever. We are achieving what we are achieving, the development and everything else, because we've agreed to operate as an entity. At times, Caleb, at times, people, when you find us in the chamber, will argue because we know it is in that chamber, that's the highest parliament, highest body, decision-making body in the district.
Right.
Because ngatuwafuma punish ni parliament, ngatuwafuma parliament ni cabinet. So ya wafe ya tatuwa slots mwache wanti. So chamber ngatuwa landa mulia, tuwa kansana, we come out strong. I give them opportunity and time to do politics, to debate. And when we are done, we come out very strong. So maybe to say that the notion that we've decided to adopt, first of all in the chamber, is an inclusive notion,
right.
Collective notion. You come to the office, an open door policy. You come knocking, you'll be knocking on an open door. Huh? You want to open the door? You push it, but it is open.
Right.
So just get in, whether young, big, or elderly person, pastor, or just any other person. You are free to come in the office of the mayor. But remember that when you are coming in the office of the mayor, you should not come here to the mayor is not interested in that. I'm not interested in that. Yes, come here and advise the mayor, share with the mayor certain developmental concerns. I think with me, that is what is important.
Right. Great. I think in our conversations, we've also spoken to some of the strides, the works that you're doing. We've seen you going to the graveyards. We've seen you doing cleanups.
Sure.
We've seen you engaging with the communities. We've seen you building roundabouts. A lot of work that,
Sure.
that you've been doing. And
Currently, we are road marking. We are doing the markings in.
yes,
in town.
we've seen that.
Don't forget to talk about the traffic lights. At some point, it was problematic. People stood and said, "No, mayor, traffic lights. This time, I think we are consistent on that one.
Exactly.
Sure.
So we have
Talk
seen
about the island, the paved island in town.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, let's quite a number of things.
Quite a number
Indeed,
of things.
indeed.
So these number of things that have been done has raised a lot of dust in the community. We have had seen a lot of mixed emotions from different people.
Sure.
And whatnot towards the work that you are doing. And to clear this dust, most of the people would say, what is the political intent in terms of the things that he's doing? We have also heard of rumors to say that maybe he wants to run for mayor, for member of parliament for Kabwe Central constituency. So to clear the dust, what is the political intent of the activities that you're doing?
From the way you were coming out,
Right.
I could tell that this question will still come as well. But what do you think yourself?
I will pass. I'm going to practice impartiality.
All right.
Right.
Thank you very much. I will not hide you, my brother. Yeah, people need to know that they are the best judge. Yes, and it is not for me to tell. It is about God. I'm here purely because of God. If it was not God, I wouldn't be here, wouldn't be chatting. God knows your destiny. And myself, I cannot stop your destiny. I may try to fight it, but I'll be fighting God's decision. So I don't want to say that indeed I'll do this and it must happen, but by God's grace. Remember, when myself I resigned because people wanted me to be a member of parliament.
Right.
And it never came to be. But it came to be something else. I attempted again as member of parliament. It never came to be. Somebody else came. Probably this time around again in 2026, I may go on the route of trying again as a member of parliament. If the Lord will allow it, it shall come to pass. But for now, I think I want to dwell so very much on the mayoral position which the Lord has given me. It will be folly of me to be thinking of a ubwali bwankoko bumbi buli palya ndelya kale bumbi ubwali bwanamana omusaalu and then nshirapwisha n'okulya ati niwobwine mulayipika obwankoko ndefwaya. No. Patrick, that one, no. Remember, there are two persons here. There is Patrick and the mayor. So there is Patrick here, and the mayor is here. At times, Patrick will look at the mayor and advise the mayor. Mayor, not this. The best way to do is this. So in short, I'm saying the intention might be there, which many people call ambitions. No one will stop you from going there. If today I can even say Ndefo Yokuba president in 2026. No one will stop me. I may say I want to be a councillor. No one will stop me. If the Lord will allow it, that Patrick in 2026 should be the Republican president. His Excellence, Mr. Patrick Chishala. Right. You know, no one will stop it. But I think a leader must be ready to serve under someone else. If I want to be there, let me be ready to be saved. This time there is someone else. The best I can do is to give support to this current one who is there, where I want to go.
Great.
I give support. As long as that person is ready to receive advice and to be supported, I'm there to give support. And these positions are not permanent. Remember, there was someone else here. There is Patrick today. Tomorrow there will be someone else. The best I can do is to do my level best, as though I'll never have another opportunity to work. Yes, one day I've always prayed to my God that given an opportunity, indeed, I would want to serve as a member of parliament if an opportunity is given, and if it is by God's decision and grace, probably it will come to pass. For now, I have to support the current one who is there.
Great. To conclude this conversation, there are a lot of people that are watching right now.
Sure.
So for you as the mayor of the City of Salvation, what is your precise message to that one young person and to that one person in the City of Salvation?
Thank you very much. Maybe to say that Kabwe is quite a unique district. Unique in the sense that we've continued to struggle as a district and would want to get there. Remember, once upon a time, Kabwe used to be a mining district. Once upon a time, a scar was discovered in Kabwe. Once upon a time, I think Kabwe was the capital city of Zambia. Once upon a time, Kabwe was named after an Australian town that is called a Broken Hill town in Australia because of certain similarities. Once upon a time, Kabwe was named after a traditional saying and name that Akabwe Kamukuba. All those issues, I think with me, we can do better when we have all the youths come on board, all our women come on board, all our persons living with disabilities come on board, and maintain the unity that we need. We need to live as one. Unity in Kabwe is core. It is very, very vital, very cardinal, very, very important that we practice unity. Not being pretentious or pretending, but I think just coming out, because at the end of the day, we are at the center of the country. We are at the center of the country. In essence, we are supposed to be the hub of development in the country. Especially that we are just about 139 kilometers away from the capital city of Zambia. When issues or matters overflow in Lusaka, Kabwe must be able to receive.
Right.
Are we together? We are in the middle of the nation. And so my message is that let us remain united as Kabwe people. Let us remain united. Let us be one. We sing from one. We are brothers and sisters. And I think us leaders also, from provincial administration, from district administration, from here, the local authority, members of parliament, we can show the direction. by coming together and we practice what we are talking about. That way, Kabwe will move from one level to another level, and from this level to another victorious level, from the victorious level to such a beautiful, nice level with people who are beautiful, you know, as we are. For as long as we are divided, we shall fall. The best we can do is to come together and pull in one direction. Not what I saw during independence celebration. No lollipops where there is unity.
Right.
No lollipops where there is unity. And no cheating where there is love. We can still love each other and work together as one people. And the glory will go to the people of Kabwe. As leaders, let's show that we can be united once more. To Vichitike, I want to say that, you know, pressure, life.
Ukwabula pressure.
Ukwabula pressure, life. Thank you very much.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You have heard it from the father of the City of Salvation. United we stand and divided we fall. Let me appreciate you for being part of today's conversation, your worship. Thank you very much for gracing this conversation.
Thank you so very much, Caleb.
Thank you.
And you are most welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So this has been Kabwe Vichitike. Remember, pressure a life. Ukwabula pressure te life. If you haven't followed our socials, be sure to follow us on social media. We are Kabwe Vichitike on Facebook, Kabwe Vichitike on TikTok, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Kabwe Vichitike. Have been your host, Mulenga Bwalya Caleb. Thank you for watching.
Pressure A life, ukwabula pressure T life.
Pressure Vichitike T life. But ndevu aina njime pamulu. Mkwate kapito.
Okay. Thank you all for watching. So this is Kabwe Vichitike live program. Now in fact,